So in this lesson, we're going to be looking at version control, and in version control, we'll look at two main concepts like Git and GitHub. So when we talk about version control, we're talking about a technology that helps us to manage changes. And this technology would also be helping us to track the changes and put some timestamps to these changes. So assuming you're working on a file, say a file called file.txt, and you make some changes to the file. Let's say you save it, calling it file.txt. The next time you realize that you need another copy of that file to be sent to someone else for, say, some new project or some approval, what you will do is maybe you create a new file. Maybe you can call it file2.txt, and that will be the same copy of file one plus the updated information. So that's what when we talk about version control, you realize that these are two different files with two different information. Some of them will be a subset of the other, but the only thing is that if you come back later and you want to see what goes into file two, you need to go into the file and compare to file one and see where there are differences. But assuming you are a Superman and you know how to do that manually, what you will do is you have to keep track of each file. So you create another file called maybe records.txt, and you have that information about what the file.txt includes. So maybe file.txt includes say chapter 1 and chapter 2. Then you also have file2.txt. You say something like it includes chapter 1 or everything in file.txt plus chapter 3. So basically what you're doing here is that you're keeping track of what exists in each file. So the funny thing is that even though you have two files, you need an extra file to also keep track of the changes. So it would have maybe information about the timestamps, when it was created and by whom. So who made that change? So the person who made a change. And so the approach where you would have different files which are similar, and then you want to know what the differences are and then who made that differences is what we call version control. So version control is just a technology, just like the way a human being will be doing, but with this particular approach, we're looking at an automated version of that where a system can be able to determine where the changes are, when the changes were made, and who made those changes. So that's what version control stands for.